and welcome to another edition of Joining the Rush. I'm Steve Dangle, and this is not Andre. I don't know where he is, so let me give him a phone call. One sec. It's ringing.
Oui, c'est qui?
What is that, French?
Oh, hey, Steve.
Andre, where are you?
Yeah, I'm just chilling with my buddies in Montreal right now. Why?
Well, that's great, but we have an episode to shoot today.
Are we really?
Da.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll be right there.
Vote boy. Well, while we're waiting for Andre, let me just tell you some of the things we're going to talk about. Alex Kovalev again, because he just loves the news. Sidney Crosby, because there's lots to report, except that there isn't much to report. Maybe, kind of, we're not sure. And of course, Jon Mirasty, now playing in Russia, punched someone in the face, said some words, and I laughed really hard. So I guess, now that he's not here,
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Hey,
I made it. I'm sorry.
You're already back from Montreal.
Yeah.
In a Guelph Storm jersey.
I had to change, really. I'm sorry, guys. Well, it was pretty sweaty.
Does anyone in Russia know who the Guelph Storm are?
How about Malatila?
Except him.
You blaming me and yet you wearing this? What's up with that?
Hey man, it's Metal League Magnitogorsk. I don't really like the team. I just like that it's named after an X-Men villain. Magneto using my powers.
Stop it. Come on, dude. You're not Sergei Fedorov. You don't possess any superpowers.
I am so Sergei Fedorov.
Well, okay. Win a face-off then.
You win a face-off.
In any case, coming back to Alex Kovalev, obviously enough, he had some issues with his name spelling.
Well, don't they just use those crazy Russian letters?
You mean like these?
Yeah, with all the backwards ends and everything.
Backwards to you!
We do it right. When you're in Canada, you spell in Canadian.
When I'm in Canada, I'm a beaver. During his NHL career, Kovalev got so used to his name being spelled the certain way, he was not okay with that, with his name spelled differently.
Well, that's weird, because we spell Kovalev like this.
But they wanted to spell like that.
Well, why would they want to spell it like that?
Because it's Kovalyov.
Yeah, but why are they going to our letters?
Why do you say they're yours? They're Latin, they're ancient.
So is Kovalev, but he's still good. Well, there's only one clear solution to this.
And which would be?
He changes his name to Dangle.
So as we learned in the past few weeks, Kovalev always finds his way to the news because he's a newsworthy person. But apparently, you don't have to be a newsworthy person to make yourself a news.
Like this guy. So while Sidney Crosby over here recovers from his concussion, obviously, that took him out of the season last year, there are reports that he could miss the season, reports he could retire, reports that he won't be ready for training camp, report that he's completely fine, and reports that he's an alien from outer space. Everyone is reporting everything.
The alien report came from me.
So because all these reports say all sorts of different things, we're going to take a poll. I don't know what's going on with Sidney Crosby. Do you know what's going on with Sidney Crosby?
I don't.
Nobody knows! But I think it just further speaks to what a great player Sidney Crosby is, that people want to talk about him even when they can't prove anything. I mean, can you name any athlete that hasn't played a game since January that's in this many commercials?
Me?
You're not in any commercials.
The hell I am. Orange cups. Other cups are good, but that one is orange.
Oh my gosh, you're the Orange Cups guy?
Yes, I am.
And as you know, I'm sure the Russians feel similarly, not everyone likes Sidney Crosby. Some people think he's a whiner, a diver, a cheater.
It's too bad he's that good.
Doesn't matter how you feel about him, when he's 100%, he is the best player in hockey.
What about Ovechkin?
Oh, what about Ovechkin?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying, one day surprise me and don't pick a Russian.
Well, you always like the Canadians.
The best Canadians.
Oh, dude, be careful with the head.
That was gentle. Lastly, from the KHL, somebody who's never careful with any heads, Jon Mirasty.
So in the friendly tournament of Ramazan, recently, Viti Chekhov, new Mirasty's team, played against current KHL champion Kovalwhat.
Oh, cool. What was the score?
11-4. Ooh. Don't be too surprised, Steve. Everybody anticipated that to happen, and everybody also anticipated a fight in this game. And none other than Jon Mirasty and Alex Svedov dropped them.
Wasn't Svedov drafted like 3rd overall in 2001?
Right after Ilya Kovalchuk and Jason Spezza. The fight itself isn't the news. The news is what followed after the fight.
Well, what nice things did Jon Nasty Mirasty have to say?
So to quote Mirasty, he said, "F***ing Russian hockey," he called everyone p***s and cowards, and then they were all too afraid to fight him.
Well, those were special words.
He also added that he didn't care as much about the outcome of the game as much as about him being involved in an actual fight.
Well, if that's the case, why didn't he just become a fighter?
He tried, but he lost. You know what, Steve, I really gotta say this. Overseas Canadians do get a very bad rap.
I'll take that one. So I guess what you're saying is his team is going to have a rough year.
Oh yes.
Well, that's it for this week's Joining the Rush.
No, it's not! A lot of people have been asking us to prolong our videos. And also people have been asking us questions.
And I couldn't read any of them. So we thought from now on we'll end our videos by answering your questions.
So this guy asked you, Steve, do you think Team Russia is going to be the main opponent for Team Canada at the upcoming World Juniors?
Yes!
That's it?
Let's face it, Russia's roster looks like it might actually be better this upcoming World Juniors than it was last year, and they won gold. That being said, I remember 1 year ago saying the same thing about the United States. And Russia's obviously got the firepower up front, Kuznetsov, Galiev, Nemesnikov, on and on and on. Goal scoring's not a problem. But can a goalie like Igor Bobkov, for example, steal the show in the gold medal game, more specifically the third period?
As it turns out, Steve is exactly right, because at this World Juniors, goaltending for Team Russia is going to be a huge issue.
So does that mean you don't think the goalies are going to be very good?
No, that's not the problem. The problem is nobody knows who the goalie is going to be.
Well, then I think you need to grab your pads.
That might be a good idea. Let me check my fast password real quick. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of slightly overaged.
So to answer your question, yes, I think Russia and Canada will be the two best teams at the upcoming World Juniors. Russia should look better, Canada should look better, and I don't really see any other team catching them, but you never know.
Next question comes from the very same guy. Steve, do you believe Nail Yakupov was going to go first overall?
I was actually just at the BioSteel Pro Camp today. A lot of NHLers and younger players playing against each other. And one person said about Nail Yakupov that he's going to go first overall in the next 5 drafts. I've seen him now at 2 different camps, one where he played with just juniors and the other where he played with pros, and he looked amazing at both. Nail Yakupov is a fantastic skater, has amazing hands, and should be on maybe the best team in Canadian Junior this upcoming year on the Sarnia Sting, playing with fellow Russian, even though he plays for the States, Alex Galchenyuk. Did I get that?
No.
So therefore, I predict at least now at this early stage that Nail Yakupov will go, how do you say it? Первым first.
You're learning.
Well, that's all for this week's Joining the Rush. My name is Steve. Okay, you know what? You look weird wearing an OHL jersey. Give me that.
So as he was saying, that's it for today, guys. That was Joining the Rush. If you want to see more of our episode, please check out allhockey.ru. My name is Andrei Sachenko.
Evgeny Molotilov. Thanks for watching.
That would make a great blooper.